Good afternoon, my name is Gwendolyn. Today I'm going to be doing kind of an unboxing / review of a order that I got from Naio nails. So what I got 5 different acrylic powders, 3 one size, 2 a different size. I will give you obviously more details on that in a bit. I got some files because they were quite inexpensive and I thought I should try them out. I also got some bits for my electric nail file. I got a few nail art pieces, and I got some liquid monomer. So a little bit about Naio nails. They are located in the UK. They do have a YouTube channel, which I have been watching for quite a while. It has Kirsty Meakin, who is a very good nail artist. She's won many awards. She has like a fun, quirky personality. She's really fun to watch. So she does videos on different nail designs, how to sculpt acrylic nails, all that good stuff. So I will definitely leave links to their channel and their website. Now I live in America. Obviously you can tell by my accent. So I bought these from a store in the UK. And I was really surprised with how fast it came. I ordered it on May 1st. And it arrived on May 5th. So that took 4 days from the UK, which is incredibly fast. The shipping was quite a bit. It was about $20. They didn't give me any other options for, like, how long it would take. They didn't give an option for, like, any faster amount of shipping. That was just the standard, this is what you're doing. But I was very impressed. You know, I thought, okay, I'm getting a lot of stuff in one order. $20 is fine, you know. So I made sure that I got all the stuff that I wanted in one order, which I would suggest doing if you live in a different country other than the UK, because shipping will cost a bit. But I think it was very worth it. Like, that's better shipping than a lot of places that are in America getting it shipped to another state in America. So I was very impressed with how fast it came. I was very happy. So I spent about $60 on the products, $80 in total. I saved up a bit so that I could do this and get all of it in one go. Also, best thing that came in the package. There we go. That's really why I bought it. I actually paid $80 for 2 sheets of bubble wrap. Gonna be having a lot of fun with this. So, acrylics that I got 2, I believe they are 65 grams. They come in little clear containers like this, and for the 65 grams, I got the clear, you can't see that, clear, and it's also backwards, and soft beige. Pretty cute, just standard containers. Yeah, you get a good amount of product. Let's see. So soft beige was $12.73, which I think is pretty good for a good amount like this. And the clear was also $12.73. So both these were the same prices. Pretty good deal. And then I did get quite smaller ones. Some of the bigger sizes were out of stock. I don't remember for which colors. I'm not sure how often they restock. But in the smaller colors, these are 7 grams, so they are quite little. So I'm probably not going to get much use out of these, but I wasn't really sure because I wanted to get kind of like a natural skin tone color, something that was a bit more opaque. And on their YouTube channel, they do have a video where they have Kirsty Meakin, there we go, swatch all of the cover colors that are like natural colors, natural skin colors. So they did have one where she swatched all of them. So I used that video as a guide to help me pick which ones. But as you can see, I'm very pale, and most of the people that I do nails on have either a very similar complexion to me, pretty pale, or are a bit darker. So I wanted to go with one because I knew that I would be practicing on myself most of the time. And I am glad that I did get the soft beige in the larger color. I do have them on one hand. This is what they look like. Very close to my skin tone, so I like them a lot. So, smaller ones I got Mega White because I am going to be doing a French nail design on one of my friends. So I got a small one of white, but I didn't really think that I would use white for anything else because I'm not a huge fan of the natural French nail. So I got a small pot of this. This one was $3.63, so I thought it was a pretty good price, you know, 7 grams, $3.63, just to kind of try a color out before you buy, you know, a bigger one like 65 grams. They do have bigger sizes as well. So, you know, just test out the color, see if you like it, and then I thought if I did like it, you know, I could always go back and order a bigger one and then also get some more things. I also got natural beige in a 7 gram. This one was $3.74, so they're around the same price point. They changed by maybe like 10 to 20 cents. And then I also got porcelain, which was $3.29. So they are all about $3. So, you know, I thought for 7 grams, not too bad. You know, just test them, see how they work out. If I like them, I'll go back and buy another one. The only one that I have tried out so far is the soft beige, which is the 65 gram. I cannot talk. So those are the acrylics that I bought. I also bought 120 millimeters of monomer, and I chose the medium speed monomer. Now, I am assuming that they did not have the 120 in stock, so they sent me for 30 milliliters, which is totally fine with me. I think it's actually pretty convenient to get smaller ones like this, because if you're taking them somewhere, it's smaller and more compact to bring with you in a bag than a big bottle of 120 milliliters of monomer is. So I got 4 of these. All of the products did come in little clear Ziploc baggies like this. So I got 4 of these 30 milliliters. So that didn't bother me that they sent them like that. As a matter of fact, the 120 milliliter monomer was $11.22, which again is not bad at all. And I actually looked up to see how much each 30 was, and it's $5.69 for each 30 milliliter. So I do think it's a better deal to buy them in you know, bigger quantities. Same with the acrylics. Just depends on what you do prefer. And I knew that I was going to be using quite a bit of liquid, so thought I would go with a bigger size. And 4 of those is about over $20, so I really got over $20 worth of these, even though it is the same amount. So, you know, I'm not complaining. They kind of hooked me up with a little bit of a better deal. So I thought that was cool. I actually did like the way that the acrylic applied. It is quite a bit different from what I've had before. If you have a Sally Beauty Supply store, I just got some of the, I'm not sure what it's called. Maybe I should check real quick. Do I still have one over here? No, I put it away. Ew. Well, it's wet. It leaked. Frick. My tissue box is holding the camera up. Okay. So in the past, when I was doing acrylic nails, I just got the Beauty Secrets nail powder from Sally Beauty Supply. I'm sure Sally Beauty Supplies are everywhere. They were about $10 each. Ooh, I can smell that monomer from right here. And then I got the did I not put the cap on all the way? Oh my god, it's dripping all over me. The No Lift Nails acrylic nail liquid has a very strong smell. I did notice that the nail nails, it does still have a bit of a smell to it, but not nearly as strong as this. And it doesn't really bother my nose personally. If you have a strong nose, you can probably smell it. It might bother you. I would suggest when you are using liquid monomer to do it in either a very well ventilated room or with a window cracked open all the way, maybe a few windows, or you can just do it outside and then you don't have to deal with the smell in your house. Yeah, so I've noticed the quality of the acrylic powder is much better. This one is very runny. It was very hard it felt like no matter how little monomer I had on my brush and how big of a bead I picked up with such little monomer on the brush, it was always runny. It's just so hard to control. I would end up with nails with the nail forms of it dripping all the way down there. So it did not make a very good nail, and I had to do a lot of filing. So I noticed when I did this hand, I got them done much quicker than I did with those other ones, just because the application was way better. I am still getting used to this one and the liquid to powder ratio. That is different from those, because I've been using those for, I think, almost a year now. You know, I just never had the courage to go out and do this. So finally did it. I'm very glad that I did. I am still adjusting to the liquid to powder ratio. Is quite different, so I keep picking up really dry balls. But I really like these products. I think they work very well. I did get 3 files. I have already used them, but I put them back in the packaging just to show you what they come in. They just come in, again, long Ziploc bags. So I got 2 straight files and then a boomerang file, which is a curved one. These are good for like getting the cuticle area because they are curved, not straight across. I did cut myself a bit using these because I just really go at it when I use hand files. So I would recommend scoring the edges to make sure that you don't cut somebody else. Obviously with most files that's a standard thing to do. So for the boomerang file, I got a 180 grit, so it is 180 on both sides, and if you do not know, the higher the number goes up, the finer the grit is going to be. So, for example, lower grits are better for taking off a lot of product all at once. And then the 180 is a very, it's a very smooth grit. I would suggest it for using, you know, if you got to take off a lot of product, use smaller grit, and then use the, if you're trying to take off a lot of product, use a, how would you say that? A more coarse grit to take off a lot of product, because it will do that, and then to use a finer grit to kind of smooth over it to make sure that it's not all lumpy and bumpy. So 180, I got a soft one for the cuticle area to know cuticle skin is very delicate, so you don't want to cut that. It's also very painful if you cut it. I have learned from experience. And then one of the black files I got was an 80 grit, which is very coarse. So, you know, want to be careful with that, just for taking off a lot of product. And then the other one I got, which I would call this a pretty standard file, it's the grit that I would recommend, is a 180. So one side is 100 and one side is 180, and this is a straight file as well. Personally, I prefer straight files. I have noticed that a lot of people favor the boomerang ones, but personally, I just find them more hard to hold and kind of, you know, really get in there and file it. I tend to find that it kind of slips a lot for me when I do that. So I like to just use the boomerang files for the cuticle area, sometimes like, you know, the side walls of the nail, and then use the straight ones for filing the overall nail, the free edge, all that good stuff. 180 boomerang, it was 109. These are very cheap files, but I noticed that they are very, they're very stiff. They work very well. Pretty solid files. I like them. Just score the edges, definitely. The 180 straight was only 43 cents, so that's really good. You could definitely buy these in bulk. Again, very sturdy file. I believe that all these files were very sturdy. And then the 80 was 105, so pretty good quality. Thought I'd just get them, you know, they're barely $1, so I figured I would get them, try them out, and I am glad that I did. So the next thing I got are these little sanding bits for e-files. I got 3 different grits. I got an 80 grit, which is very coarse, a 120 grit, which is, you know, I would say it's about a medium, and then a 180 grit, which is very fine grit. So, all of these were 73 cents. So again, thought I would get them and try them. I do need new bits for my file because the other ones are getting a little bit worn down. They were also flimsy and not very good quality. I have not tried these out yet, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully they fit. I don't see why they wouldn't. The last thing I got were some nail art things. I got these because I thought they would look really good on some of my friends that I do nails on. And what they are is, I have not opened any of these yet. On the website they do show that they're in like a little jar. They look kind of like these jars. Now, they did come laid between a piece of paper. They are, like, the proper name for it is, I got a silver and a gold, and I got 2 of each. It's called a leaf foil nail art. They're very fragile pieces. Let me open one for you. And I'm guessing they probably kept them like this instead of in a jar so that you could break them up as you want, because I do believe that they are all 1 sheets. So, they're very delicate. You have to be very careful with them. They break super easily. So they just folded it. Oh, they just folded it in a piece of paper. Oh my god, it's literally crumpling when I'm just touching it. Okay. So, this is what the gold one looks like. I'll break a part off just to show you how easy it breaks. Can you hear that? Oh my god. Oh, it's so flimsy. I feel like I probably shouldn't be doing this. So you want to definitely be very carefully. Treat these very careful. God, it's like the thinnest thing that I've ever touched. I feel like I'm going to dissolve it with the heat from my hand. Okay, I'm going to put that away. So, very excited to use them. I am going to buy some jars to put them in. Oh, God. Sorry, buddy. Okay, put that away before I break it anymore. And I will show you the silver one as well. So I got 2 golds and 2 silvers. Now the silver was $1.57 per one, or I should say per sheet, and I got 2 sheets. And the gold is $1.50. So the silver was a bit more expensive. Personally, I do like the gold better, which is funny because I am a silver person. I always wear silver jewelry, but I think the gold is very pretty. I think it would look very pretty over like a deep purple nail polish. Maybe deep blue. Ooh, that's cool too. This one kind of looks like aluminum. Oh god, very fragile. Oh no, I'm already breaking it off. So, very thin, as you can see, and breaks apart very easily, as you can also see. I kind of just want to rip it all up. Put that back. Get off my finger, please. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you. Oh, look, it came with a little parchment paper. Yeah, okay, I want to rip this one too. Oh, that's fun. Okay. I apologize for taking you out of your cage. I will put you back. So, I would suggest, you know, getting little jars to put them in, break them up. That is going to rip off, but I can't be bothered right now. To put them in little jars, you know, use tweezers to apply them because they are very fragile. They did also have a lot of other nail art products. They had like micro tapioca beads. They had a bunch of different beads that you could put on. They have microfiber. They have glitters and all different, another airplane. They have a bunch of glitters in different sizes. So they have very fine glitter. They have chunkier glitter. They have a lot of cool stuff like that. I figured right now I just go for, you know, the basic acrylics, monomers, some files. And then when I saw these, I could not get them. They look so pretty. So, you know, overall, I am really happy with it. Like I said, I will leave the link to the store in the description. And all of these prices were in, obviously, USD. So, they do have an American website. Or one for the US, I should say. Thanks for watching my video. If you would like a demo on the different colors that I got, let me know, and I will make that, probably even if nobody wants it. Thanks for watching. Take care.